Hello students, today we will discuss about the land pollution. We are discussing about the land pollution, and that is a continuation. This is a continuation of the previous class. So land pollution, the module is number 4 and this is the lecture number 22 part 2. Okay. Now these are the some of the objectives of the today's class. So today we will discuss about the hazardous waste. What are the types of hazardous waste that we have, that we will discuss. The classification of hazardous waste. We will also discuss the types of, that is the classification of hazardous waste. Now we will discuss the biomedical waste. What are the examples of biomedical waste? How we can dispose, how we can manage the biomedical waste to reduce the pollution, that also we will discuss. And next we will discuss about the e-waste. Actually, what do you mean by e-waste and what are the impact of e-waste in our environment? Okay, and last we will discuss about the effects of land pollution and the how to control the land pollution. So these are the some of the objectives that we will discuss in our today's class. This is the recapitulation. In my previous class I have discussed about the pollution through solid waste, how solid waste are polluting day by day, gradually the environment, that we have discussed. Next we have discussed about the solid waste management, very important for your exam, because this type of questions you frequently have in your exam, like discuss about the solid waste management. What is the importance of solid waste management? Okay, and one of the part of the solid waste management is the disposal method, and also about the disposal method we have discussed. So these are the some of the steps of solid waste management which we have discussed in the previous class. This is just at a glance, we are just reviewing. First of all, collection. Next step is the storage. Next step is the transportation. Then we have to recycle, then treatment, and then disposal method. So these are the 6 steps that we have to follow for our solid waste management. Okay. Now, for the recycling purpose, we have 4R principle, very important. Okay, what are the 4Rs? That is refuse, reuse, recycle, and reduce. First of all, we have to refuse to use the plastic materials again and again. Okay, non-biodegradable materials again and again, that we have to first refuse. Now reuse, we have to reuse whatever materials, non-biodegradable materials we are using, that we have to use again and again, that is called reuse. Recycle, after some time the reusable thing we cannot use that, so we can use that in another way, that is called recycle process. And reduce, after all these things we can reduce the use of non-biodegradable material, also we can reduce the plastic pollution. Next is the disposal method. So generally we have the open dumping, the landfilling, incineration, and the composting. These are the 4 types of disposal method that we have, and also we have discussed in our previous class in detail. Okay, so these are the just the at a glance, the view whatever we have discussed in our previous class. Okay, now come to the main topic, that is the today's topic, that is hazardous waste. Okay, so what are the hazardous waste? Generally, the waste has detrimental effect on surrounding in comparison to the ordinary waste. Ordinary waste, in compare to the ordinary waste, hazardous, the effect of the hazardous waste is very much. Okay, uh, it has this hazardous waste has some of the following, some of the special features, special characteristics, that is ignitability. So that means it can catches the fire very easily, like petroleum. Okay, so the petroleum, like hydrocarbons, they are belonging to the hazardous waste, as they have the ignitability. Next is corrosiveness. Okay, like it can corrode both living and non-living substances like acid, base. These are also the hazardous waste, and they are corrosive in nature. Next is toxicity. So toxic, all the hazardous waste are very toxic for the living system and can cause cancer, some of the metabolic disorder they can have. Okay, and reactivity. The hazardous waste, generally what will happen, they are very reactive to the environment. Whatever they will get in their surroundings, they will just at once will react, okay, and form the undesired products. So this reactivity also one of the special features or special characteristic of the hazardous waste. Now the classification of the hazardous waste. What are the types of hazardous waste that we have? These are the some of the classification. One is radioactive. Radioactive, that means the materials that can emit the alpha beta gamma radiation gradually, okay, continuously. So that type of hazardous waste are called radioactive hazardous waste, like uranium, radium. Okay, they are radioactive and hazardous waste. While they are mixing to the ground, mixing to water, they are all becoming the hazardous waste. Okay, next is biomedical. Biomedical waste, generally whatever waste we have from the health department, like syringe, blood, toxic drugs, saline bottles. So these are all the biochemical hazardous waste. They are very harmful also, and we have to keep in mind while we dispose the biomedical waste, that time also we have to keep in mind, we just cannot dispose this biomedical. First of all, we have to treat this, and then we can dispose this biomedical waste. And the last one is the industrial waste. As you know, from the industry regularly we are getting the more toxic chemicals. Okay, some of the toxic chemicals, the compounds, undesired compounds, they are regularly discharging into water, into land, and also from the smoke also the air pollution is also taking place regularly. So these are the also hazardous waste and belongs to the category that is the industrial waste. So these are the three types of hazardous waste that we have. Okay, next topic is our e-waste. E-waste means whatever waste we have, that is the electronic gadgets. Okay, whatever electronic gadgets we are using, and for that electronic gadgets, we are having the pollution also. Environment is getting polluted also. So these type of waste are called by e-waste, because look, previous in early age we are using this type of computers. Now we are using smart computers, smart monitors. So what about this computer, what will happen to this? Mobile phones, every there are so many persons I know that every alternate 6 months they are buying the new mobile phones. So what about the old one? These are the silicon chips, the computer chips, some of the computer chips. These are the, you can see in this, what are the e-waste that is piled up. Okay, so these are the current scenario, this much e-waste we have. So if we don't aware about this, so and they're non-biodegradable, they are not biodegradable. If we are dumping into the land, they are not at all decomposed. So what about them? That is why we have to take care of the e-waste also. E-waste may be defined as the discarded computers, office electronic equipments, entertainment device, electronics, mobile phones, television sets, refrigerator. These include used electronics which are destined for reuse, resale, salvage and recycling or disposal. Okay, so these are all type of the e-waste. Okay, now next topic, what are the effects of land pollution? Already you can imagine how much the land is getting polluted by our activity, by industry, by agricultural field, by municipality, from the factory discharge. Okay, so what are the effects? Generally, what are the effects? First effect is toxic heavy metals like lead, cadmium, mercury is mixing regularly from the industry. They are discharging into the industry and they are mixing to the land. Next is pesticide, fungicide, fertilizers, and some metallic elements like copper, mercury, lead, arsenic again are very harmful and to be beneficial for the microorganisms in the soil as they affect soil fertility. Okay, so arsenic pesticides can make soil permanently infertile, so they are very harmful. One more thing, the excessive use of fertilizers make the soils either too acidic or too alkaline. So that is also very harmful for the growth of the crops. Okay, so these are the some of the effects if we use the solid waste. If you not properly dispose the solid waste, what will happen? These are the some of the land pollution we have, effects of land pollution. Now, how to control this land pollution? Solid waste, already you know, you can guess what are the steps we can take. That is, the solid waste should not be disposed in open space. Landfill should be used. Toxic chemicals, pesticides should be replaced by biopesticides. Okay, excessive use of fertilizer should be avoided. So farmers should should have the knowledge how much fertilizers, how much pesticides they should use. Okay, so excessive use of fertilizers can be stopped then that time. And indiscriminate the cutting of plants should be stopped. Exactly. And after all, we are not concerned about our environment, about our surroundings, what are going on. So we are just cutting for urbanization, we are cutting the plants. So these cutting, deforestation, we have to stop. Otherwise we can't control the pollution and we can't protect our environment. Okay, so these are the today's topic. Now this is a quick review. The question is, I have given one question, that is, what are the characteristics of hazardous waste? So you have 10 seconds time. Now your time starts now. Within this 10 second, you have to memorize whatever I have discussed today, and after that you can answer my question. Yeah, your 10-second time is over. Now we will see. Yes, of course. Yes, these are the characteristics of the hazardous waste: ignitability, toxicity, corrosive nature, and reactivity or reactive in nature. Okay, so these are the main four features we have for the hazardous waste. Absolutely, you are absolutely right. Very good. Okay, so now this is the recapitulation. Today we have discussed about the hazardous waste, right? Today we have discussed about the classification of hazardous waste. Yes. You know now what are the biomedical waste we have. What do you mean by e-waste? Now you know the effects of land pollution and control. Also we have discussed these two topics. So these are the end of this chapter, land pollution. So you have to follow all the classes very properly, and some of the assignments and quizzes I have given you. So that time only you can do the assignment and you can solve the quizzes properly. So as this is the end of the chapter, and already I have told you that you have to follow my classes properly, and you have to also submit one assignment and one quiz also you have to give. I'm again repeating all the topics that we have discussed. Okay, so in land pollution, first of all, we have discussed about the lithosphere. Define lithosphere. What are the types of, what are the parts of layers of lithosphere that we have, like mantle, crust, or core. So from that portion you can have define lithosphere and discuss about the layers of the lithosphere. This type of question you can have. Next we have discussed about the types of solid waste, very important. Okay, so from that portion you can have this type of question like, what do you mean by agricultural waste? What do you mean by municipal waste? What are the biochemical waste? Give one example of domestic waste, okay, residential waste. So these are the some of the types of questions that you have from that portion, that is classification of solid waste. Okay, next we have next important chapter, important topic, that is solid waste management. So from this portion you can have so many questions like discuss about the solid waste management, or what are the importance of each steps of the solid waste management. Okay, third question you can have, what do you mean by 4 R's principle? Okay, so fourth thing you can have, what is the importance of recycling of non biodegradable materials? Okay, so from the solid waste management you can have this type of question. Okay, one more question you can have, what are the types of disposal methods we have? Or from this portion, uh, write down the advantage and disadvantages of open dumping. Write down the advantages and disadvantages for the land filling. What is the disadvantage and advantages of the incineration or composting? So from this portion you can have this type of question. Next, from the hazardous waste you can have this type of question like, what are the specific features that we have for the hazardous waste? Give some examples of reactive hazardous waste. Give some examples of corrosive hazardous waste. Okay, next you can have, what are the classification, what are the types of hazardous waste that we have, and give example for each types. Okay, so these are the questions. Like for control, from control portion you can have this type of question, what are the effects of land pollution and how we can control the land pollution? So these are the some of the questions you may have in your exam, and these questions are very frequently asked in your question in your exam. As this is the end of the chapter, that is why some of the questions, types of questions that I have discussed. Okay, so thank you students. and have a good day.